Hey everybody, welcome in. Y'all, I didn't realize that I didn't have any mods anymore. I don't know what happened. Hold on a second. Let me get y'all added back in. Welcome in, Cass, Steph, Nature, Allison. I think that's how you say it. TBT 808, Black Orchid. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe. Oh, I guess Black Orchid, I guess you are still one. Maybe that's why. I was looking at Nature's and I was like, I know she's a mod. Why don't she have a wrench? Um, I'll figure it out. Welcome in though, everybody. Happy Saturday. Um, we shouldn't be up here an extremely long time tonight, but y'all know I say that every time. Um, so we have Jaidyn, I guess a little bit of Kai Bands, Chrisean and Blueface. Um, yeah, it's me. I was confused. My bad, y'all. Um, let's get started. We're gonna get started with Jaidyn first, just so we can go ahead and get her out the way. So y'all know Jaidyn went on her Vegas trip. For the past few weeks, she's been acting like she ain't never been nowhere before. So she went on her Vegas trip with Sam, and I don't know what that other girl's name is that went with them. She's like a heavier set black girl. I don't know what her name is. But yeah, they went out to Vegas and linked up with Kai. Um, Jaden, she just seems like she's forcing it to me. Like you can tell she hasn't had a relationship outside of Blueface before. Let's get in let's get into her though. Um
Huh? Uh, when we leave the club, consider that nigga fucked. Hey! She know what she said. That little one right there. Okay, period.
so there's Jaden getting ready for her studio session with Kai. And can I say, like, I'm tired of Jaden saying the N-word. I really am. I know allegedly she has black people in her family, but to my knowledge the last black one was, I want to say it was her great grandma or her grandma or something, and she was only part black. But the way Jaden um so freely uses the N-word, I'm kind of over it now. And of course she got to be drinking. um I guess since she's out in Vegas and she's not around the kids, okay, cool. But once again, Jaden be drunk every day. And I hate how Jaden also acts like in moments like this where she's on vacation or she's actually celebrating something. She likes to act like drinking is something that she doesn't do quite often. I don't like that either. Um, it's all for Blue's sake still. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Uh, it We're gonna get to Blue and Jaden in a few minutes. Not overrated and overpriced. Um, even the black people in her family is mixed. Yeah, because I seen her grandma and her grandma like Japanese and black or something like that. I don't think she has any like straight up black people in her family the way people try to make it seem like she does. Jane and her be both trying hard as fuck right now. Yeah, that's why the title was down and out on the thumbnail. 'Cause everybody's just outside, especially Jaden and Blueface are outside trying extra hard, and it's not giving at all. Like, the majority of the clips in this damn near every clip in this live that I have for this live, it don't matter who it's for, Jaden, Chrisean, or Blue, all of it is tragic. Like like everybody's just trying so hard. She wants to be a ratchet black girl. So bad I cringe every time she says the N-word and she wants to be ratchet and trashy. Let her have it, but stop saying the N-word. I agree. I don't care what it is that she does, but I don't understand why the N-word has to constantly be used in her vocabulary at this point. All seems kind of desperate. It does. Let's get into the next few clips of Jaidyn and Kai's link up though.
That's my favorite part, I think. Huh? Yep. Ooh,
Do y'all see how childish Jaidyn is? Like, it's like a 15-year-old girl or something. This is what I mean when you could say it when I say that she's never had anybody besides Blue and you can tell, because she acts super childish with Kai, and he's not even that interested in her. He's not interested in her at all, like, they have no chemistry between them, but look at her, giggling like a little schoolgirl. He don't want you, Jaidyn. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't for somebody to talk the way Jaden does and like talk so much shit about other women and stuff like that, right? For her to be 27 years old and this is how she's acting with a man. Mind you, a man that really don't want her because you can see like there's no chemistry at all. They're just in the same room together. You can tell that they're just working together. Look, he don't man, Jaden, please. Let's get into this next clip though.
retired GTA stripper. I'm a type of bitch. I asked him, I was like, was he good or no? Or I'm gonna whip some shit. They said, whoop. I'm playing. They say you was good.
I know. Let me hear the rest of that.
Retired GTA stripper. I'm a type of bitch. I asked him, I was like, was he good or no? Or I'm gonna whip some shit. They said, whoop. I'm playing. They say you was good.
I know. Let me hear the rest of that.
Y'all see how there's like no chemistry between them whatsoever? It seems like it's like they both know that it's just PR, right? But Jaden is like so childish that it's like she can't help herself. While Kai is just like, okay, I'm just working with you basically. I don't get how people are looking at this and really thinking that this is serious. Like Jaden got herself a new man for real. I'm not understanding that part. Let's get into this last clip though.
That's right.
Y'all are funny.
Don't stop, don't quit. Hey, slow it down, speed it up, do your shit.
5 stars, you know I'm some fine shit. I'm a freak undercover. Hello, motherfucker. You wanna touch it? I got niggas and bitches tryna fuck me.
Turn it up right quick, turn it up. Left, right.
You said I've noticed that it's the same people in their streams gifting other people subs. I can see that because like even when I go over on other like content creators pages and stuff, it's always the same people in the comments just over and over again going hard, um even just replying to other people's comments too. Like, and I'm pretty sure that those are the same people that are gifting people subs. It's just like Chrisean's fans, a little cult. I Jaden's fan base is the exact same way Chrisean's is. Um Oh, no problem. Take as long as you need to. It's no rush or anything. I'm glad that you're feeling better though. That's good to hear. I'm tired of hearing. hearing songs that are just about listening why she's such a hot. Yeah, that's all, but that's all she can talk about though. Jaden doesn't have. So here's the thing about Jaden that like I've kind of had to um I guess apply to her in my head, right? Is she hasn't lived the life that like most other grown women have lived. So like most of us, even if we're married now, at some point we were outside and single and dating. We had a life as an adult where we didn't have any kids or anything like that, right? So the stuff that Jaden likes to talk about in her music and the things that she puts on a pedestal, to us, we look at it like it's childish and it holds no value. Because most of us, we're not like, we don't think that it's valuable that a man wants to just lay down with us, or we're running around talking about being like a MILF or anything like that, right? But Jaden, she feels like that stuff has a lot of value behind it. Very immature, extremely immature, but she hasn't lived anything besides that. Because in her world revolves around Blueface, and so to her, in order to keep Blueface and remain in his circle, she has to be this quote unquote hot girl, basically, right? Always have to have her hair done, nails done, which most of us do that anyway in the real world, right? But Jaden, it's like she always has to be over the top with it. Like we've talked a lot about her and her cosmetic surgery and stuff like that, the nails, the makeup, the lip fillers, all that stuff. That stuff is important to her, right? And she thinks that it makes a difference or that it adds value to her somehow. She doesn't really know what it is to have self-worth or self-respect or anything like that. So she picks a lot of different shallow stuff and she just puts a high amount of value into it because she thinks that that's what matters to Blueface, if that makes sense. So like the whole sex thing, right? We see Blueface is always running around. He has to have sex with multiple women, sometimes in a day, but most of the time in a week, right? So she thinks that is something like that is of high value, right? Just like when Nevaeh said that she couldn't have sex because she was a high risk pregnancy and Jaden called her useless. Like if you can't have sex because you're a high risk pregnancy, then that just is what it is, but that doesn't mean you're useless. But to Jaden, it does because that's all she feels like that's all Blue cares about. So that's the most important thing to her. But for somebody that is pushing 30 with 2 kids, the stuff that she chooses to rap about and put value in real life, it doesn't mean anything. And Jaden looks crazy for celebrating it, basically. Um, let's get into Kai's clips real quick.
Keeping shit on the low. Jaidyn do a song to Too Short beat. I gotta put her on a Bay Area sample, huh? On my mama. That'll go crazy. Are you taking her on a date? If that's what she wanna do, you know what I'm saying? We making memories, we making, you know what I'm saying? We fucking around. We chilling, you know what I'm saying? How y'all feel about Jai babe? Where y'all headed next? I don't even want to tell y'all where I'm headed next. I don't even want to say on stream where we headed next, because last time we was saying where we was going, motherfuckers ended up popping up, spawning in a motherfucking chat like this is motherfucking GTA RP, nigga. Motherfuckers was spawning left and right in the club. So I can't tell y'all where we going next. Nigga, we just gonna leave that to a surprise for y'all. Y'all gonna see where we going next, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying though. Can't even tell y'all. Motherfuckers is stream sniping in this motherfucker. This is not Call of Duty. GTA 6 don't come out till November. Like, calm down, little bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good though. We're gonna keep this shit lit though.
So y'all heard Kai. To me, it sounds like I said, it just sounds like a PR thing. It sounds like Kai is not that interested at all. Like even when y'all heard him read the question, asking him if he was gonna take Jaidyn on a date or something like that, and he was like, "It's whatever she wants to do." If a man was really interested in taking Jaidyn on a date, the answer would have been completely different. Like, yeah, I plan on taking her here, doing this, doing that, whatever, right? Not just, oh, if that's what she wants to do. That means you don't really have any plans on taking her on a date, but if she brings it up, she wanna go get something to eat or something like that, then yeah, you'll do it. That is not Jaden's man. For anybody that's sitting in the back and y'all are Jaden fans and y'all swear this is like a new relationship and it's really gonna work out or something, it's not. It's not at all. And then too, I wanna say this, like, when y'all look at the dynamic of this relationship, right? Kai is he was either 25 or 26 years old, I can't remember, but he's a YN basically, right? He doesn't have any kids, he's outside living his best life, as he should. Somebody that's single in that age range, they should be outside doing whatever they wanna do, right? But then you got Jaden, who is 27 years old, which isn't like the age, difference isn't bad or anything like that, right? It's only a year. However, Jaden has 2 kids, a baby daddy, not just any baby daddy, but Blueface as a baby daddy, and she has a lot of baggage that comes along with her, and I don't think that Kai is interested in that for real. I don't think any man is interested in that for real. Because I think I talked about it in another video before, but, like, all these athletes that Jaden is saying is now in her inbox or whatever, right? They're only there because they wanna have sex. It's not because they value her and they want, like, to be in a relationship with her or anything like that. It's literally just because of sex. And I don't think Kai and Jaden have had sex. I really don't. I know Jaden tried to say that Kai's D was better than Blueface's or whatever, right? But I really don't think that they've had sex before. I think Jaden is just on the internet talking just to be talking, trying to upset Blueface, feeling like it's a flex, to say that she's already had sex with this boy, but I don't think they've had sex yet. I think it's all a act, basically. Not a drunk bobblehead. Um, why they be dating men that look like their kids? I I don't get what it is either. Because it seems like even for Chrisean, like Chrisean and Jaden, it seems like they go after the same type of looks, basically. The only person that I've seen Chrisean with that didn't fit like that look, the certain type of like light skin look basically was Bino. And that was it. And she probably just did it because he was spending money on her instead of her having to spend her money on him. He looks young, but also another fail. Yeah, I don't foresee anything going anywhere with this. Um, welcome in, Betty. Two kids bad as fuck. One got a Roblox addiction, and the other one is just a demon. From Pink Face, bad as fuck. Y'all notice we haven't really seen Journey like that either. Since she decided she wasn't cussing no more, she hasn't been on the internet the way she was. Imagine that. She's on the road to nowhere fat. Yeah, Jaden isn't going anywhere at all. And I think there was another, I don't want to say it might have possibly been the last live that I did. I had started talking about the fact that Jaden and Kai's song hadn't gotten very many views. So I finally was able to get it pulled up, right? And Kai only had 10,000 views on the video. And then Jaden had, I think, 50,000. So they did like a collaboration on YouTube basically. And so the combined views was 60,000. And this music video has been out for 3 weeks, almost a month now. Like, even just doing all this, like, the PR stunt and trying to push this song and stuff like that, it's not going anywhere. I think that Jaden was a one-hit wonder, and I think a lot of people, well, her fans, I won't say a lot of people, I'll just say her fan base. Her fan base, they think that she is in a position to do more than what she will do or is going to do. But Jaden is not, I don't wanna make it seem like I'm, like, hating on her or nothing like that, but I'm really just being honest right now. Jaden is not in a position where she's gonna keep on going far and, like, expanding from Barbie or anything like that. Because she's released, what, like, 4 or 5 other songs since Barbie, all of them have been trash, didn't do anything whatsoever. Um, they haven't been on the charts or anything like that. They haven't even been TikTok songs. 'Cause that's all Barbie was for real, was it was a good TikTok song, just like that song that Blueface released when he first got out. But just because it blows up on TikTok, that doesn't mean that, like, you're a good artist or you have longevity in the music industry, and I don't think that Jaidyn does at all. I don't foresee her going anywhere else with music. Um, I know she was talking about on the Back on Fig interview that MILF Music was hers and blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares about MILF Music at all, at all. Um, and she's not doing anything with it. MILF Music has been in her name since 2023. There hasn't been any new artists. It doesn't seem like Jaden's been taking her own music seriously. I don't, I don't get it. But let's get into these last two clips. I think well, last three clips from Jaden's first day in Vegas.
Right next door.
I'm just choosing not to.
She's with her man. So she wants to stay with her man. It's not like we can't go together. She jaw dropped like that was supposed to be something crazy. Y'all see what's going on. She can't do all that. I can do all that. We can do all that. She can't do all that right now.
I'm just choosing not to.
She got to go to Dreas with her man. Right next door.
I'm just choosing not to.
Y'all, do y'all see what Sam has on? And I'm not even gonna leave it just on Sam for right now. Like I said, I don't know who this black girl is that they're with, but Sam and Jaidyn, I see them all the time, and they need a stylist. I don't know what it is that comes over them before they come out of the house. Hey, welcome in, Letitia. But I don't like it ever. Jaden's walking around with a fake Birkin. Sam got some winter snow boots on with a jersey. I don't know if this is supposed to be a t-shirt or it's supposed to be a t-shirt dress. Of course, she didn't do anything with her hair whatsoever besides run a brush through it. You see, Sam just looks a mess. I don't know. Jaidyn, I'll give Jaidyn a pass today, I guess. But still, Jaidyn needs a stylist too. But Sam, I just don't get like where they get the audacity from to like always sit around talking about how other people are dressed, how other people look, how other people's hair look, all that stuff. And then they have the nerve to come outside looking like this, especially Sam. Once again, I'll give Jaidyn a pass for the day. But Sam just be throwing shit on and going outside. Like, what is this? And then she just picked any random purse she could. No type of this is what I mean when I say they need a stylist. Look at this purse. This purse is like something that you would see at like Five Below or something. I don't know what that is. But she just really threw something together. Let me play it again. Let me pause it. Sam. I said I was gonna chill on Sam, but I just can't. I can't. I'm sorry. Sam be on sidekick mode all the time. And where Sam said that she's straight, allegedly she don't play the lesbian games or nothing. She said she's straight. But I don't ever see her with no man. It's like Jaidyn is her man or something. I like I said, I really think Sam is just Jaden's secret munch or something. I know she's supposed to be the photographer and the videographer or whatever, but I don't. Oh, that black girl be on her stream sometimes, guessing a friend in the group. Oh, okay. I thought I had seen her before, like in the background on one of Jaden's streams. I don't know what her name is though. This is Skins Millennial. Yeah, I don't Jaden's it's like I can kinda see what look Jaden is going for, like, the inspiration sometimes, but it just never really all connects, like, it's not you know how, like, I guess I would say probably, like, when within the last year or so, the whole Y2K aesthetic has become popular again. I feel like Jaden that's what Jaden tries to go for a lot, but it never really completely connects for me. I don't know. Um, those females look like a bunch of big toes getting ready to strip. You know, I wish Jaden you know what I wish that Jaden had done on this trip? I wish that she had bought, like, some bad or friends with her, and then at the same time, I don't know if Jaden really has any friends left. 'Cause Lysandra but it's like all you see is Lysandra and Sam now, and that's it. I don't think she has no more friends. But I wish that she had a bought, like, some friends that were more, comfortable with the skin that they're in and that they could actually dress and they try to put themselves together, and put Jaden together a little bit better. And I wish that this stream had a been, like, them just outside having fun. But to put Kai in it, we all know why Jaden was doing that. It wasn't necessarily because she wanted to make a new song or anything like that, because that song is gonna flop just as hard as this one did. But I wish that, like, the stream had been more so focused on her having fun. You know what I'm saying? This just seems like stuff to get Blue jealous, and then, of course, Sam just tagging along, just saying whatever, but it just doesn't give, like, girls trip to Vegas or anything. I don't like it. Um, it was a clip of Jaden in some all white forces. Somebody said she had on blue shoes. I seen that. That was like one of the first thing I seen this morning. And I'm guessing I don't know if it's Kai's manager or somebody on his team. They had commented in the comments and they were like, it's just the wide camera angle. Um, can y'all please shut the fuck up or something like that? But I seen it. The shoes look extra long. They really did. But he's saying that it was the wide angle lens, right? But Kai's shoes didn't look that big, but Jaden's did. And it did look like she had blue shoes on too. I'm not gonna lie, it absolutely did. Um, Jaden looks like an emoji. Jaden is she's starting to do too much to her face. She really is. I was just before I got on here, I was just reading another post and it had a video from before she did all this work and people were talking about how much better she looked natural and how she had ruined her face and her lips and stuff like that and she has. But Jaden looks like a completely different person than she used to and not in a good way at all. I guess some people say she looks like a real life brat doll. To be honest, when the chat picks a favorite, I don't get it because they go so hard against one for another, and they all exactly the same with the same plots. Exactly. Just like I seen somebody, I want to say it was on Blue Clipped or something. I seen two people, and one was talking about how Chrisean was in Miami and Jaden was in Vegas, and somebody else came in the comments and they were like, you act like uh Vegas is better than Miami or something like that. And that's true. Like if you've been outside and you've traveled to both of them before, they're on different coasts, but it's kind of the same type of time. Like Miami is not better than Vegas. Vegas isn't better than Miami. Um, is really not like, oh, you have to have more money to travel to Vegas or you have to have more money to go to Miami, anything like that. So it's like even the fans, they pick at little stuff that like it doesn't need to be compared to anything. It doesn't mean anything. Like, okay, if Chrisean is in Vegas and Jaden's in if Chrisean is in Miami and Jaden's in Vegas, what does it matter? You know what I'm saying? And if we really want to be real about it, Jaden has done a whole lot less traveling than Chrisean has. Y'all know we are not Chrisean fans over here, but if we want to be honest about it, Jaden is not well traveled at all, and Chrisean is. Chrisean then been all over the place. So how are we comparing Jaden going to Vegas to Chrisean going to Miami? Like Chrisean ain't never been to Vegas before. You know, it's little stupid stuff like that. that doesn't even need to be talked about. Um, don't give me a lot. Who? What do you? I felt recently too. She's giving too much stuff injected in her lips. Yeah, she needs to stop getting anything done to herself. She definitely does. She doesn't need any more lip fillers anymore. I think she's had a couple procedures, I guess I'll say, on her chin area. She doesn't need any more of that either. You have to have zero self-esteem to have as much botched work as Jaidyn. Yeah, it's like Jaidyn is one of those people that she probably like stands in the mirror and picks herself apart. Because for her to not look anything like she used to whatsoever, and if you've ever seen Jaidyn, like when the filter comes off and her lips, like you can see her lips without a filter too, her lips look terrible. They look absolutely crazy without a filter on them. But she just keeps on doing this shit to herself. And I don't she should have stopped. She never should have started, but she definitely should have stopped a long time ago. All Jaidyn needed was to stop drinking and to get on like a good healthy diet, basically start eating more whole foods, fruits and vegetables, stuff like that, and actually working out. And she could have slimmed down, lost weight in her face, her head, all that shit. And she wouldn't have had to get any work done to her face at all. It would have just been enough for her to, like, when she's going out somewhere, just put a little makeup on or something like that. But it seems like she was looking at this face that was swollen all the time. And then from there, she kind of just started picking it apart and just choosing to do random stuff to herself. She didn't need the BBL. She didn't need any of the work that she's had done on her face. She didn't need any of that stuff. All she needed was a good meal plan, basically, and a solid workout split. That's all she needed. And she could have saved all that money that she spent on cosmetic surgery and fillers and all that stuff. She really did not need it at all. Meanwhile, she's in Miami sliding on concrete and crying like a toddler in a corner. We're gonna get into it in a second. Let me finish Jaidyn. Where are we at? Let me play these last two clips.
Chad, let me know if he's doing something crazy.
I ain't saying nothing crazy.
All right, no, let's take a shot, bro.
I'll never make a fool out of you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, something you don't gotta worry about.
Okay.
Come on, we're gonna make a toast. I swear to Bob, though.
Oh my god.
So I get it? Close that door behind you. Yep.
Jaidyn, Blue's outside. Jaidyn, Blue is outside. Blue is at the door. How? Blue is knocking at the door. Blue is knocking at the door. Blue is literally knocking at the door. What? I swear to God. The car just pulled up in the driveway. Blue is literally knocking at the door.
Lock all the doors.
Oh my fucking God.
Lock all the doors.
Jaidyn, it's a random number calling me.
No. Lock all the doors.
What do I do?
Call the police.
I'm not
Give
gonna
my
call
phone.
the cops. Wait. Who
Give
is
my phone.
calling me? Jaidyn.
I'm still drunk. Okay. Let me give me my clothes.
Okay.
I'm gonna whoop this nigga ass.
Okay. Here. I'm finna put my hair up. Wait, you need hair tie?
No. Give me the shit off the top of the dresser. That's what you need to do.
What are we gonna do? Whoop that nigga ass. How did he find us? I don't know. Also, we're already on stream, so what are we gonna do?
So we got proof. Stay with us, Chad.
Come on. No, he's not here.
What was the point of this?
He's not here, but you need to get up. He's not here, but you need to wake up.
My blood pressure is already high for this. You see my 3 gray hairs that came in?
You was talking about you want to prank each other on stream. Well,
Oh, I got you. Oh, I got you.
chat, I told y'all, I literally thought of this morning. Like, I'm gonna wake her ass up.
I'm not well.
She said, call the police.
No.
So I put Nature's comment up because this is true. They're still using Blue for content. And wasn't it maybe like 2 weeks ago or so, Blueface said that they needed him for content? It's starting to seem like it. It really is, because once again, they could have did this whole stream without ever mentioning Blueface. Just like a lot of other streams, but it's like they need Blueface for the content. I didn't think that this was funny, and I seen like in the comments of this post on Blue Clipped It, a lot of her fans were in there laughing and shit. But yet last week when he exposed her, y'all were coming up with all these theories about how he snuck in her house and laid in her bed with her and she didn't know he was there. And that wasn't funny, right? But now this is funny because it's a prank. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like the outrage is always so fake and forced. It really is. Because if it wasn't funny when it was a very real possibility, why would it be funny when it's a skit? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would it be funny now that it's a skit? As her fans that were so worried about her, right? The ones that were actually worried about her, why is it funny now because it's a skit? And why do y'all have to use Blueface for content? If Jaidyn is allegedly getting over Blueface and they don't want nothing to do with him or his side, anything like that, right? What is the point of using him for content? Because at this point, Blueface is minding his business. He's not even. I guess he had a little slip up last night where he accidentally almost called Nevaeh Jaidyn, but that's because Nevaeh is just as dumb as Jaidyn, right? And now, besides that, right? He's not mentioning Jaidyn on his stream. I haven't heard him mention Jaidyn or Kai on his stream since like last week, like early last week or something like that. So why is Jaidyn still mentioning him? I don't understand that. She sounds scared. Yeah, you know what? Just me being honest, I'm pretty sure Blueface has broken into her house before. I would not be surprised at all. Um, but at the same time, it seems like she doesn't. It's like she somewhat takes it seriously, but at the same time she doesn't. Because for me, if I had a friend that had a baby daddy who was breaking into her house and she was actually scared of him, I would never use it as a prank against her. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to paint Jaidyn as a victim or to feel sorry for her when clearly the situation is funny. It's not really being taken serious. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. I would never in a million years play a prank on my friend talking about her abusive baby daddy is outside when he's not. And this is something that she actually takes serious. So it's extremely hard for me to paint Jaidyn as a victim. Just like Chrisean's fans try to paint her as a victim against Blue, she's not a victim and neither is Jaidyn. And if we want to keep going with it, Nevaeh isn't. Whatever happens to Ashley, it seems like Ashley has a little bit more respect for herself. So it's almost like Blueface has a little bit more respect for her too. Like we don't see Blueface talking to Ashley the same way he does Jaidyn, Chrisean, Nevaeh. It seems like she gets a little bit more respect from him. However, whatever happens with her, if they end up falling out or anything like that, that's on her too. My man, the manager, these people are not ball. They are very nasty. I agree. I agree. These aren't people that are rich at all. That's why Jaidyn was so excited to go to Vegas. Because mind you, LA is only like between 5 and 6 hours away from Vegas, something like that, if they were just going to do a road trip to Vegas. I don't know why Jaidyn was acting like this trip was so out of reach that she needed to make like a sub goal to do it and then to just keep talking about it for days and days and days like she's never been anywhere before. And into Vegas at that, I don't get it, but I guess I guess it just stems from the fact that they really don't have money like that. But even still, just regular people that work 9 to 5 jobs, they don't act like this. It's like the more these people try to put on a show like they have a lot of money and they're living like a certain type of lifestyle and stuff like that, right? Behind the scenes looks even worse for them, if that makes sense. Because they try so hard to put on a front for the internet, and then behind the scenes you see cards declining and people can't afford this, they can't afford that. Blue's mom is pulling up at his house to pick up daycare money. And I am in no way saying that Blueface shouldn't be contributing to his kids, but if there is a situation like this where you and your baby daddy aren't on good terms and he's refusing to pay daycare or something like that, for his mom to have to pull up for the money because you allegedly don't have it or whatever the case may be, we still don't have our priorities correct on Jaden's side either. Because when you're dealing with a man like Blueface, at some point you have to expect that he's going to fail you. Why don't you have it already? Because that's what you have to be prepared for. Like Blueface always says, they know what they signed up for, or they knew what time it was when they clocked in, whatever the case may be, right? When you are dealing with a man like him, you know that he is spiteful, he's vengeful, he's jealous, all that shit. So at any point he could cut you off. Why haven't you made any arrangements to have your own money rolling in so you don't have to depend on him for every little thing? And I know that she has that little stream or whatever, but that stream is not gonna be around very long. It's not, because as of right now, she's constantly proving that she cannot do a whole stream without talking about Blue. Like, Blue and his drama are needed for her stream. If not, it's not gonna go off. You know, that's not something that she can just do forever. If if she is gonna do it, then that means that she would have to stay connected to Blueface beyond just the kids. She has to still be uh, getting little downloads on his other relationship business and stuff like that. She's never just going to be able to just simply co-parent with him because her whole life revolves around him. Carlissa laying on blue couch like it's not. I what? I wouldn't have went up in there at all. But then again, Carlissa was nasty too, because y'all did y'all see how Carlissa had like the same shit on for 2 days straight? None of them are very big on hygiene around there, I can tell. Not Blueface, not Carlissa, not Chrisean. They are not hygienic people at all. I've never seen so many people in like one group that just they might take a shower, they might not, but the internet is before everything. At bare minimum, they could get up and brush their teeth and wash their face in the morning, but like people like Carlissa and Chrisean, they just get up and get straight to it. That was Blue's plan when posting it to ruin her future relationships, just to try to wife Nevaeh to make her seem better. Like, see, at least she got a man to marry her. It's kind of it is messed up. It is to watch how like Blueface plays with all of these women. And once again, they did all sign up for it. And Jaidyn is the worst one in the sense of she's been just perpetually in this for almost 15 years, right? But even still, to see what he does with all these women, especially the whole Jaidyn and Nevaeh thing, is weird and it's messed up. And I don't know why any of them subscribe to it at all. Um, and I agree with that too. Blueface knew what he was doing, trying to mess up any of Jaden's future relationships. And it might work. I don't know, because I see awful lot of comments from men in the comments, and they're talking about how Jaidyn is a bird and how and I don't agree with this either. When I say it, I'm just repeating what the men are saying. Well, what the boys are saying. But the boys are saying that they would have stopped helping Jaidyn too, and that they would have felt so betrayed that they wouldn't help with the kids anymore, and the kids would just have to wait till they were adults to come to come spend time with him basically and for him to be present in their lives. And that's such an ass backward way of thinking, but I almost feel like that's exactly what Blueface would do if given the chance basically. Like if Jaden was to never ever ever reach back out to him or try to be on good terms with him or anything else like that, right? And she were to move on with her life and actually be in real relationships, I feel like Blueface would hold that against her and he would refuse to be a part of his kids' lives because of it. And some people might say, "Oh, that's not true. He loves his kids so much," but has he seen his kids in the past like week and a half or so? But yet he's been all in the house with Superior, damn near cuddling with him, everything else, right? But he hasn't even been to see his own kids. So how far fetched would it be for real? Um, she's trying too hard and it's just giving pathetic. I agree. I definitely agree. Um, New female bloggers are hard on Jaden who didn't start this shit. Let that girl live. Fuck Blueface. She needs a new bae. Diane, there would be no tape for Blueface to expose if Jaden hadn't made one. And true enough, Blueface is wrong for what he did, but if we're gonna hold people accountable over here, there is no female bloggers. I'm just somebody that calls shit for what it is. And everybody gets held accountable. Jaden wasn't innocent in this situation. I don't give a damn if her and Blueface were together or not. She, as a mother, still decided to have sex with somebody, let them record it. And she decided to have sex with Blueface's manager slash ex best friend, current best friend, whatever. Let him record it. And she should have known that it was going to get back to Blueface and that it would be exposed on the internet. She just thought she was special and he wouldn't do that to her. She needs to take some blame for that too. It's not just Blueface, it's absolutely her too. Just like her response to it, going around celebrating being a hoe as if her kids aren't going to have to see all that one day. She has some blame in this too. It's not just Blueface. Yeah, he is 1,000% wrong for releasing the tape, but Jaden has some blame in it too. I don't care how you feel about it. Jaden absolutely has some blame in it too. How she was moving, going out and making sex tapes and shit like that, that was very green of her, and it was extremely sloppy. Extremely sloppy. She knew what she was doing. She wanted Blueface to see it. She wanted him to be hurt by it. He saw it, he was hurt by it, and he reacted to it. Did he react in the wrong way? Absolutely. But she absolutely started the whole thing. Nobody told her to do that. There would have been nothing for him to expose if she would have never did that. I used to feel bad for all these women, but they continue to make bad choices. I At one point I felt bad for Jaden. I never felt bad for Chrisean. Nevaeh, eh. Sometimes I kind of feel bad for Nevaeh just because she's pregnant, but at the same time, she knew what was going to happen, you know? But Jaden, I did used to feel bad for her, but as the years have gone on, it's became apparent to me that she's really on the same type of time as Blueface is. Like she's equally as toxic. It seems like there's more and more stories of women coming out and talking about how Jaden did something petty to them or she had smoke with them or something like that because Blueface was messing around with them. And I always say if a man is cheating on you, you check the man, you don't ever check the woman. Unless that's your best friend or something. So like Sadie, cool, absolutely have smoke for Sadie. But all these other random women, why are you bothering them just because Blueface had sex with them? And 9 times out of 10, he wasn't even claiming Jaden as his main at the time. He was just outdoing him. But yet Jaden feels like, just like Blueface acts like he owns Jaden, Jaden acts like she owns Blueface. And a lot of people don't catch that, I realized. Because even this whole thing where people are talking about how Nevaeh released her and Blue's sex tape while Jaden was pregnant with Journey. And Jaidyn is telling this narrative that Blueface cheated on her with Nevaeh. He didn't. Once again, Blueface and Jaidyn were not together while she was pregnant. He was living in the house of Chrisean. That was supposed to be his main. And then Blueface was dropping dick off all around LA. All around LA. It wasn't just a single solid female that he was sleeping with while Jaidyn was pregnant. So when Jaidyn tells this story about how a sex tape got released on OnlyFans, okay, what about it? Like, Blueface was literally fucking everybody while Jaidyn was pregnant, and he was not in a relationship with Jaidyn. But for some reason, she's using this as a reason as to why she doesn't like Nevaeh. And she started this whole narrative with her fans. And mind you, Jaidyn's fan base, when it comes to that story, right? They don't know anything about that, but they're just taking Jaidyn's word off of it. Like, they never seen the sex tape. They didn't even know Nevaeh was around back then until Jaidyn said something about it. But since Jaidyn said it, it's gospel. But they're going to ignore all the facts that are already there. Jaidyn was living in an apartment. It was just her and Javon while she was pregnant. Chrisean was in the house with Blueface. And then Blueface, during the day, he was with Chrisean in the house or wherever else they were at, right? And then at night, he was just house to house to house, just dropping dick off everywhere. So how are you so mad at Nevaeh when Blueface is obviously the one that was out running around with everybody while you were pregnant? You know, I feel like Jaidyn is just as toxic as Blue is. That's it. People just brush past it because they want to paint Jaidyn as a victim. She's the woman, whatever, right? But she's just as bad as Blue is. She really is. That's why she's been able to stay with Blue for so long, because she gets down the same way he does. Low self-esteem, doing nothing kind of women. Yeah, all of them have low self-esteem. Low self-esteem, no self-respect at all. I don't know who raised any. Well, I know who raised Chrisean. So I guess that's the explanation. And then they say Jaidyn's mom is the alcoholic. We don't really know too much about Sion. If we want to be real about it, Nevaeh's mom is the most normal mother in the circus. I know people like to call her trailer trash, white trash, whatever the case may be, right? But according to people behind the scenes, Nevaeh's mom has an extremely good job. She works for the government, everything. So she's the most normal operating mother in the circus. But they love to say that Nevaeh's mom is trailer trash and her daughter is trailer trash and stuff like that. But she's the only normal one. That's the crazy part, because because Jaidyn's fans want to take this narrative that Nevaeh is like her biggest op and run with it. They want to put all these different labels on Nevaeh and her mom, but those are the two most normal ones in the circus for real. Yeah, I mean, Nevaeh is a hoe, but everybody knows a hoe. I don't even care about that, honestly. Her badass fans love this excuse. That's their go-to excuse. Their go-to excuse. Oh, well, she did the OnlyFans while pregnant. Shut up. Like, I'm so tired of that. And once again, they did not know anything about that until Jaidyn said something about it, and they're just taking Jaidyn's word for it. Because all you got to do is go do a quick Google search as to who Blueface was with, like, during the time that she was pregnant, and he was in a relationship with Chrisean. But then once again, we already talked about, right? Jaidyn easily forgave Chrisean. Chrisean released a sex tape on that girl's birthday and everything. She easily forgave her, but yet when we get to Nevaeh, it's the issue. I can't take Jaidyn seriously. She forgave Chrisean because she wanted a little clout, but Nevaeh, since she can't get no clout off her, she's not gonna, she's just gonna make up a narrative and run with it, and now that's her new op. Nevaeh's mother is terrible. Circus really shows levels to dysfunction and backwards thinking. Why you say Nevaeh's mother is terrible? Because she hasn't really done anything. The Nevaeh's mama is sorry as hell. It's clear Nevaeh isn't overly close with her mother because of her childhood, but she still loves her. Yeah, I'll say that too. Like we've heard about things that Nevaeh has said about her mom from the past or whatever, but that's who she runs home to every time she leaves Blueface's house too. And she always goes back to her mom's house. So you can tell that there's love there. She probably has like some childhood trauma or some things that still haven't been completely worked out or something like that, but you can still tell that she loves her mom. We don't ever see Jaidyn run over to Sion's house. And for some reason, right? And I really want to know what it is that has Jaidyn in a space where she'll reach out to Carlissa before she'll reach out to her own mom. Because if we're gonna sit up and we're gonna compare moms and stuff like that, right? Once again, anytime Nevaeh needs to flee LA and go somewhere, she goes right home to her mom's house. Jaidyn, she act like she don't have nowhere to go. Y'all don't ever see her go hang out at Sion's house. She called Carlissa for everything. Even this whole thing where she got exposed, she didn't call Sion and try to talk to her. She called Carlissa first. And then all Carlissa did was get online and talk about how she was a hoe and she was a bad mom and make fun of the way that she was crying about getting exposed and all that shit. I don't if it works for Jaidyn, cool, but I don't really see how um when it comes to the topic of comparing parents, how anybody like excludes Jaidyn from that from the talk about parenting too and Jaden's parents. Groomed by Carlissa. Yeah, I feel that too. I think I've talked about that over here before, how I think Carlissa has has got in Jaden's mind and brainwashed her basically. Jade Nevaeh's mother wants to be her best friend and swap lives. I wouldn't say she wants to swap lives with her. I can see how she would want to like be her friend, but at the same time, Nevaeh is grown now. Um, I feel like once you become grown, right, the topic of like being your kids' friends and stuff like that, it kind of changes. Especially once you've been grown for a little while and you have kids of your own. I can still see where it would be a problem to like definitely be your kid's friend or try to be more of a friend than a parent. However, is there's more I'll say there's more leeway there. I'll say that. Um I don't think Jaden's parents want her with Blue. I don't either, but I don't I don't know. Cuz it seems like when we did used to see Jaden's mom all the time, it seemed like she was never really like excited to be around Blue or anything like that, right? So I can see that how she doesn't want Jaden around Blue. From what my understanding is that Jaden's family does not like Blue and his family, and Jaden continues to stay and put people in jeopardy, so they want no parts of the circus. I can see that. I can see that because if you really think about like take like the internet entertainment part of it out, right? And just look at like some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, like Chrisean being an informant and how she's just basically a cloud of darkness and destruction that roams around, how Blueface and Carlissa and all them they keep associating with her and they put because I did that story about how it was alleged that Jaden and the kids were on Krishan's hit list and the only reason why Krishan didn't do anything to them was because Ronnie started acting up. She, technically she does. Jaden is putting herself and her kids in harm's way by continuing to mess with Blueface, and Blueface puts himself and his family in harm's way. But since Jaden doesn't want to leave, I can see why her family doesn't want to be involved in any of that. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason that they moved out of the LA area too, honestly. Because if that's where they were from as natives and it took all of this time for them to leave, because I think they didn't even leave until like I want to say like the second half of Blueface's prison sentence or something like that. Something like that. So I can see that. I was told this by a trusted source. It makes sense though. I definitely believe it. It really does make sense. Jaden Jaden was one of those kids that you can't tell them anything and they in love, and she just wanted to run the streets with Blue before the fame. Of course, her mom got tired. Yeah, I believe that. Cause it even now, like I said, it still seems like Jaden just her whole life is just devoted to nothing but Blueface. Cause even her like sitting up and talking about how Blue isn't a good dad and he doesn't teach Javon this and he doesn't teach Javon that, like I said, it was all cool until he exposed her. So it to me, it seems like Jaden isn't upset about the fact that he's a bad father. She doesn't even care about that because it's never been an issue before and she's been laid up with him all this time. But she cares more about the fact that he betrayed her essentially and he exposed her versus how he treats their kids. And so now she's just using how he treats his kids as an example to try to push him away pretty much. And now she wants to bash him even though it's been okay all this time. But I can definitely see that. She really has just devoted her whole life to this man. And it's sad. I know I make a lot of jokes about it, but it really is sad the way Jaden doesn't have any more like just life experience as a woman, period. Take away like her being a mother or anything like that. Just Jaden on her own, how she doesn't have any more life experience or anything like that because she's just been so focused on involving herself in Blueface's life. And whatever goes on with Blueface, now it's her life. I would hate to live like that. Um, doesn't Blue pay the bills for her? I guess it's up in the air now because for the most part, it seems like that's always been the case, but Jaden is saying that since he's been out of prison that doesn't happen. So she said in one of her lives, I think it was a few days ago, she said that his card will decline and then he'll act like he's giving her money. So like y'all see him on live sometimes when he acts like he's giving her a stack of money or something like that. He said that he takes that money back. Yeah, so I don't know what to believe. I think Jaden, if it is true that he's not taking care of the kids or her or anything like that, she spent so much time lying about it and saying otherwise and saying that he has, that now it's like, what are we supposed to believe for real? Sam drives me crazy. She is the cringe lord. Yeah, Sam and Jaden's soundboard in her stream drive me crazy. Absolutely crazy. I wish Sam would give Jaden a few more sounds on her soundboard or something because the horn is driving me crazy. The little or whatever it's called, the little reggae horn or whatever. Like I said before, it wouldn't be anything to talk about or expose if they didn't put their business up here. They never post any positive things. Keep that in mind because I'm tired of these fans. That's true. And I had to tell somebody that the other day. I wouldn't have anything to talk about if these people didn't put their whole lives up here. So when you come in people's chats and you're mad about what they're saying about their favorites and stuff like that, I wouldn't have any clips, allegations, anything else if they were doing everything that they were supposed to be doing and not participating in any bullshit. I wouldn't have anything to talk about with them. But they choose to do all this stuff. They choose to make money off the internet, so all this stuff gets posted and it's going to be talked about. I don't really see what the issue is with that. Because how are you mad that people are reporting on stuff that your faves have done, but it's them that done it, and then you expect people not to say anything about it? I don't understand that. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all. Welcome in, Dorothy. I'm gonna give y'all a quick commercial break. Let me go get some more water, and then we're gonna get to Chrisean.
All right, come on.
Are we really getting married?
Yeah,
Okay.
with our leather jackets on. Come on.
Nigga, no, this is our wedding day.
Yeah, come on.
You make it surprise.
No, you gotta.
Okay, I gotta start again.
Come on,
Okay.
give me your hand.
Do you take this man to be your
Why are you
lawful?
not looking at me in my eyes?
Let me know when you guys are ready. I'll wait.
Let us know when you're ready.
See, from a designer, I've become a pastor. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
So do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully
What the fuck are you
wedded
crying?
husband?
It's funny.
Okay.
Alright. But
Say that again?
say it again.
Okay. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes.
You make us the bride.
Babe.
Why are you crying? Here.
I need to get y'all some more commercials up here. Sam in love with Jaidyn. I believe that too. Let me see. So everybody, y'all have all seen Chrisean fall by now, right? I feel like everybody has seen it by now. Hold on, let me get one more video up here. Oh, let me put a little picture up here for y'all. From a friend of the channel. When there was a couple times while Chrisean was crying that I could see nothing but Junior in his crying face. Oh, you haven't seen it? I think one of these clips that I'm gonna play have the whole one in it. I released another video early that had like the full scene of her crashing, and this is just kind of like the aftermath and her injuries or whatever. But let's get into this first clip.
Damn, shorty, this wasn't even on purpose, man.
It's crazy because now I'm starting to feel it. Chat, look.
Y'all see how tore up Chrisean is? And serves her right too. I feel like this wasn't enough. Like she should have hit her face or something like that. Maybe lost another tooth.
This wasn't even on purpose, man.
It's crazy because now I'm starting to feel it. Chat, look.
I think this next clip, I think it has for those that haven't seen it, I think it has the full, her full crashing.
Yeah, I see my don't zoom in, but look, they gone.
It's on 4.
4? It's about to hurt?
No.
I'm gonna feel it in the morning. I'm gonna feel it in the morning. I rebuke that. Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm not in pain. No, you gonna feel it. Why? No, that's cool. Like cleaning it gonna be painful. It's like a car accident. You feel the shit the next morning. You don't feel it right now. You still hype. You are like, come on, Rock. Right, go. Wait. That don't burn. That's peroxide. That don't burn. All right, water first, right? No, you want that directly on it. It's gonna kill.
Just turn around.
All right, hold on.
Grab the water.
That don't burn. Peroxide don't burn.
You can't leave all that shit on there.
Let him do it.
I'm gonna put it on the guard for you first.
No. The guards, I don't want nothing rubbing on me.
No, I'm gonna tap it. I'm not gonna rip it. It's gonna be like,
it don't burn, Chrisean.
That doesn't hurt.
No, put that shit on me though, like that. You lied. Come here. Everybody tell you really. Don't put it on me. Get out of the way. No, it don't. What happened? It don't burn.
That's all ground. You good? Try it.
Gentle.
Yeah.
Daddy! Mick, you don't want to hold my hand? Something wrong with you?
Come on.
What?
Can I?
Come on, just.
What's wrong with you? You told me to? No.
All right. What do you want to do? You want to pour it or you want to tap it?
Tap it.
Tap it, Denny.
Get the other guard. I'd rather take a shower. I'm taking a shower. The shower gonna hurt more than that. No, it's not.
It is. Hurt more than that. When you
cold water.
I gotta clean it. It's gonna burn too.
That's gonna burn way more. Cold water.
What about the other one? one.
This one's gonna hurt.
No.
That one gonna hurt.
No.
This one not gonna hurt. This one
No.
gonna hurt.
Where's the other one?
It's right here. You didn't even tell me I was tapping.
No. I just tap it. Don't pour. Please don't pour it, bro. That shit.
You got that one right there?
I know. I'm gonna do that one last.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Do the
She got one on her side too.
No, I just put it like that.
Ouch.
I know.
Yo, I cannot believe that shit. You saw it? You saw it? Yo, like what the fuck?
What you mean? What?
That is trash.
That's my elbow sticking out.
Yeah.
No, you alright. You alright.
The skin just
don't
off
tell her
of it.
that.
No, look.
That's skin.
Look at that look.
I mean, yeah, you swollen,
skin.
but it's
You alright.
ain't nothing
you
broke.
a G. Come on now. You alright.
We should go to the hospital. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, you want to go get looked at for sure.
I should.
You want to go get cleaned up, at least. Good.
No, they gonna hurt me.
No, they not. You
Let's
good.
go home.
My toenail, y'all see it?
So y'all see her, but I said the same thing when I first seen it. That's all them demons trying to come out. Here's the video of the crash. I thought it was on this one.
Oh my gosh, bro!
Stop.
Wait, hey, let me move!
You good?
Yes!
Chill. You good? Come on.
Yes! Why y'all so scared? You good? Right?
That's all
Fuck
that
the
matters right
shoes!
Relax. I got it. Come on. Put your shoes on.
now. Is you good?
Yo, people fall off of dirt bikes all the time.
Come on, let's go. Alright.
Hey, bye.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. Alright. Say that out again. We're almost done.
They did move.
So y'all see it here. Let's watch her crash one more time, and then I'm gonna fast forward to her crying.
Oh my!
Y'all see how she got tossed around exactly the same way the dirt bike did? Let me see if I can do it in slow motion. You see her legs come out? I saw one of y'all comments said she was calling somebody ugly. She was calling people ugly in the stream, and then this happened. I can believe it because she's always talking crazy to people, as if she can't suffer her karma for it too. Let's listen to the tears again though, because this is my favorite part. Hold on.
Yeah. Damn. Alright. Say that out again. We're almost done.
They did move.
My bad, y'all. I was reading the chat. That's her altar's probably switched, or she came down off her high. Either one. That's why she switched from laughing to crying like that. Let's watch her cry again, though.
Hey, bye.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. Alright. Say that out again. We're almost done.
They did move.
And then I think I got one more clip for y'all. This one. Hold on.
One thing you don't do is get on them damn bikes like this shit.
No, it wasn't even that. It was like they didn't tell me if you go full blast, you flip up.
No. You need to get off them bikes. Just easy falling the
Okay.
cement you playing with.
Okay.
Come on, man. We got too much stuff on the line. We just start putting everything in play.
Okay. All right. No, I said okay. Like yeah, I'm just over here.
Okay. Remember the last time we went to the fight, you hurt your ankle. Remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Now you all scarred up, getting ready for a fight. Come on, man.
Here's a little close up. I forgot I had this on here. It's not that close, but it's closer. I think I will do that though. I think I'll just make like a little compilation of Chrisean crying at different moments and I'll put it all together for y'all so y'all can that can be y'all commercial break. Um she's a wild animal. She is. She should get a ticket for not wearing any protective gear. Like you don't have no helmet, but her head is so big and big and hard. That's why there's no damage to it. I'm honestly surprised that she didn't hit her head at all. Like the way she fell, I'm surprised she didn't hit her face or her head at all. Because it seemed like every other part of her body had some type of injury to it, and it was just her head and face that didn't. The close up eats. Let me. In another chat, someone said that Coach Calvin's wife is a rock hard. I wouldn't be surprised. It seems like Coach Calvin is getting tired of her though. Because even like at the beginning of this clip where he was talking about her riding the dirt bikes or whatever, right? It seems like for the past few weeks, especially since they came back from LA, it seems like Coach Calvin is starting to get tired of her. So his wife might be a rock tard, but I feel like he's tired of her. She said ouch before she fell. You know what? Y'all know how Chrisean just does shit just to go viral sometimes. Part of me thought that she might have did this for some attention too. I'm not gonna lie, because it's easy to fall off a dirt bike if you don't have any type of experience with it. However, Chrisean is known to just do shit just for attention. Like y'all remember those few streams where she ate a rose just for attention and clicks and views and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if she caused like her own dirt bike accident just to see what would happen, basically. I would not be surprised at all. That fall should be a commercial loop. I might have to I'll see what I can do. We need some new commercial breaks though. Oh, she's just gone live on YouTube. Who? Chrisean? I didn't know she was doing lives over here. Y'all, let me get this roach spray. We got an invasion. I'm missing them today. Hold on, let me play Nino since I've missed the roaches today. If any more are sitting in the back. Hold on. Here we go.
Nino.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it now.
One more time.
Nino.
Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it now.
Jaidyn behaves like she's 14 years old. She's emotionally immature too. Yeah. I think that was the last video I had of Chrisean. Here, let's listen to her cry again. Hold on.
Sean, one thing you don't do is
Stop. I see my toe. Don't zoom in. But look. The other goal. I'd rather take a shower. I take the other goal. I'd rather.
Wait, hold on. Let me get this. Y'all see it. She's Chrisean really put on the theatrics for this. I swear she did. That's part of the reason why too. I'm kind of thinking that she crashed on purpose. She really did the most with this.
I'd rather take a shower. I'm taking a shower. The shower gonna hurt more than that. No, it's not.
No,
it is.
hurt more than that. When you
cold water.
I gotta clean it. This shit gonna burn too.
That's gonna burn way.
And then y'all see how Chrisean got her lip fillers done too. This top lip is starting to bother me so bad. Because it's already enough that it already be dry and crusty all the time. And then for her to put lip filler in it so it's even more prominent as to how dry and crusty it is all the time. It's pissing me off.
More. Cold water.
What about the other one?
This one's gonna hurt.
No.
That one gonna hurt.
No.
This one not
Like, hold on.
gonna hurt. This one
No.
gonna hurt.
Where's the other one?
It's right here. You need to tell I was tapping.
No. I just tap it. Don't pour. Please don't pour, bro. That shit.
Like, you see how dry her lip is? And then she got the nerve to have some lip liner on the top of it, looking crazy. I don't like it. Not milk and training wheels. Does anybody know why she was at his house? Who, Chrisean? Are you talking about a couple weeks ago? That's why she was using that lipstick all the time. Yeah. Because remember, she didn't start using that lip liner and lipstick and stuff until she started getting lip fillers. And I'm guessing Jaidyn was her inspiration for the lip fillers. I don't know, but I don't think it's a good look on her. Not for that top lip. I think she should have got, if she absolutely felt like she needed to get some lip fillers done, she should have got her eczema situation figured out with it first before she went and put lip fillers in it. All of her tattoos are very poorly done and ugly. The cover up is horrible. You can still see Blue's afro. Yeah. Up here under the chin area or whatever, you can still see his hair. And then she still has another portrait of him. Well, it's like a side portrait of his face or whatever on the other side of her neck. And that tattoo, I don't know who did that tattoo, but that one is one of her most poorly done tattoos. Is the one of the side profile of his face. Let's get to Blueface though. Wait, is this another clip? Oh no, it's the same. So Blueface was outside, it looks like, with Bino's baby mama. Let's get into what Bino had to say though first.
I usually be mad, but that ain't my wife. If it was my wife, it'll be a motherfucking problem, nigga. That's why I usually say something. I usually be mad, but that ain't my wife. If it was my wife, it'll be a motherfucking problem, nigga. That's why I usually
Over here literally protecting the bitch, and then why y'all keep saying herpes this, herpes that? Bitch, she got it, bitch. Like what? Bitch, I'm living my truth, you dumbass bitches.
So for those of y'all that don't know, this is Bino's baby mama. And this clip right here, it's from back when Bino and Chrisean were still doing their thing or whatever. And it came out that Chrisean had I think it came out first that Bino had herpes because she exposed it. Bino's baby mama exposed it. And then somebody else started talking about how Chrisean had it as well. And then this is basically her confirming that all of them have herpes. So she has herpes, Bino has herpes, she's saying Chrisean has herpes. So this is, I'm gonna rewind it back again, but this is her confirming it that everybody got it. Everybody's burning.
That's why you
over here literally protecting the bitch, and then why y'all keep saying herpes this, herpes that? Bitch, she got it, bitch. Like what? Bitch, I'm living my truth, you dumbass bitches. I ain't living my shit. Trust and believe. If Tadashi wanted you bitches are gonna go. Dummy. Over here literally protecting the bitch.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who would dance on the floor and around. She says I am the one.
So this video right here, this is the first time Blueface linked up with Bino's baby mama. So this is them walking through the club. That's her right there. As y'all can see, Blueface is very proud of it. Dumbass. But this is their first time. So last night they linked up again. Here's that clip.
Hey. This moment met all of her was
Come on now.
I be real killers, they don't send pop shots. For real.
It sound like a hundity bop bop.
Mariachi drums made him do the cha-cha. Dissing on the gang, all you heard was pop pop.
Wait, what did you do?
All you heard was pop pop. On the playback, you hear me? You know the truth. They keep our name out your mouth. They keep put some respect on it.
So I put Nature's comment up there. He don't like black girls for real, because that's true. You don't ever see nothing with Blueface that looks like this girl. But the only reason he's doing this is because it's a little bit of a beef with Bino. So in the title of this live, I put is Blueface tender about Chrisean too, because this type of energy with Blueface linking up with Bino's baby mom is like the same energy as like the whole Kai and Jaidyn situation type thing, right? Like you want to go get Bino's baby mama because he was with your alleged baby mama, one of your hoes, whatever you want to call it. That's the only reason why he's linking up with this girl. And so this was them at the club. Like he's literally just doing all this shit just to fuck with Bino, basically. So that's my question. Is he tender about Chrisean too, just like he's tender about Jaidyn? And I forgot to give y'all, hold on, let me go get it. I forgot to give y'all a little poll. I want to know how long it's gonna take for Jaidyn to go back to Blueface. I want y'all to vote on it. The poll is on the screen. But let me get back to the comments. Sorry, y'all. Not the devil took a bite out of her back. The females got the Amazon package and Blue has the Amazon Prime package. You know what? I forgot to say when I first started this. So now, right, we already know Chrisean had syphilis, chlamydia. Allegedly, some people are saying, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if it's been confirmed or not. But some people are saying that she possibly has the H2, the house in Virginia. I don't know if that's true or not, but I wouldn't be surprised the way she be giving it up. And the way all of them get around, I wouldn't be surprised if they all had it or had some type of scare with it or something like that, came into contact with somebody that has had it. But we now know that Blueface, especially, he has syphilis and herpes too. Um, according to this, you know, there's just so many diseases floating around, right? Because if Blueface has been fucking on Bino's baby mama too, and Bino's baby mama has herpes, and Chrisean was having sex with Bino, Chrisean already has herpes. Bino has herpes, and then she turns around and she has sex with Blueface too because they've had sex since her and Bino. And then it would make all the sense in the world that Blueface has it too. It would make all the sense in the world that Jaidyn has it, and that too can go along with why what's his face Kai doesn't take Jaidyn seriously for real. I don't think he would take her seriously regardless, but if he's been paying attention to this circus shit at all, right, he would know already about all the diseases and infections that are floating around in the circus, and he would know that there's very much so a possibility that Jaidyn is burning as well. Let me read some of y'all comments. That picture is absolutely gut wrenching. She is the foulest creature. You got more in your live than Chrisean does. Oh, do I? She's live on YouTube. Hold on, let me. What's her YouTube? Is it just Chrisean something? Let me go around there and see what they're doing real quick. Mm-mm-mm. You said it's just her first name. Mm. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Oh, I do have more in my live than her. That's crazy. Almost 100 more people. Um, who was that said they got blocked already? Danny? Let me scope out the scenery in here. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, ain't nothing going on in here. Hold on, let me get this off my screen. My bad. It looks like there's only maybe like 10 people that are actually in her maybe 10 to 15 people that are actually in her chat. Not viewers, but like the people that are actually in the chat. And they're just repeating the same stuff over and over again. So childish, they're beyond pathetic. Yeah, for me, I don't get what this whole. It's crazy that people are like so comfortable just sharing each other basically, especially when they all know that like the other ones have different infections and diseases and stuff like that. Like I don't know how you can just so easily put yourself in that predicament knowing that someone has an STD or STI. Even if you yourself already suffer from one, doesn't it seem wrong to like keep doing it anyway? Like keep sharing bodies with people that also have STDs and STI. I don't get it. I don't know, maybe I'm just a cleaner person than that, but it just doesn't make sense to me at all. And it seems like nobody in the circus is afraid of catching anything either. Because even Jaidyn, like, knowing as much as Blueface gets around, she still just willingly sleeps with him anyway. That in itself should be a deal breaker. Fuck the getting exposed part. Jaidyn has probably got burned countless times by now. Countless times. That shit right there should have been a deal breaker. The getting exposed was the deal breaker as many times as he's probably burnt you by now. I want since Jaidyn wants to tell everything, I want to know how many times she's been burned, honestly. I do. I want to know about all the STDs and STIs he's given her. Since you want to be honest about some shit, be honest about that. That's what I want to hear about. Having herpes makes you more susceptible to catch other things. That makes sense. Because it seems like everybody is just filled with stuff over there. Blue claims when Nevaeh comes back from the dock clean that he's clean too, just a mess. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Nevaeh, she really can't play around with stuff like that, right? Because it seems like a lot of men don't know this, but stuff can, specifically for men usually, right? STDs and STIs, they can be dormant in your system. So just because you don't go to the bathroom and like your dick is burning or something like that, right? That doesn't mean that you're clean. That just means it's dormant in your system. So if he passes it on to Nevaeh too, say it's something that could also be dormant in a woman's system. She could still have it and not know about it, or she's not showing symptoms of it, so she's not going to get tested for it or anything like that. I couldn't imagine having sex with this man at all, let alone when I'm pregnant and I'm supposed to be, trying my hardest to deliver a completely healthy child. The way these women, if you know what, I feel like it's more expected for men to move the way Blueface does, but these girls, like, for them to have so little self-love and self-respect that they willingly put themselves in a position to catch STIs and STDs from this man, and then they just go along with life once they do catch them and act like nothing happened, and they're still very willingly a part of the circus. I can't respect it at all. I really cannot respect it at all. Not Take Junior too. Mm-mm. He just looks like he's musty all the time and sweaty for no reason. That's true. I didn't notice that Blue had I don't know why, but maybe it's because he always has hoodies and stuff on. I didn't notice that he had lost damn near all that weight that he put on in prison. Because he was still fat when he did his boxing match or whatever. Does Blue still work out now? I don't know. Welcome in, Roses. Hey, Karen. STDs is probably normal in the entertainment industry. It is. It absolutely is. And that's why I'm saying too, like, when people get in the comments and they're like, "Oh, you're jealous of these people," blah blah blah. I would never want anything whatsoever to do with any of this. The normalized STDs and STIs, everybody burning, abortions happening every 2 minutes, or kids being created that aren't loved and aren't cared for at all. I want no parts of this at all. None. She's not been sleeping with Blue is what I got from what she said. Are you talking about Jaidyn or whatever this girl's name is? She don't know. Hey, glad you made it. Not catch them all. Catch them all like Pokemon. Oh, you finally caught a live. Welcome in. I usually try to go live on Saturday and then maybe Sunday. I think I missed this Friday, but I usually try to do lives on Friday and Saturday. usually sometime between 6 and 8. Blue on deep drugs too. Yeah, I was thinking that. Um, As I know in prison they said that he was smoking what was it, spice or something like that. And I don't think that he just got out of prison and just went cold turkey. I'm pretty sure that um he found something to substitute that. And then he was also on drugs before he went in prison too, because him and Chrisean used to do all kinds of coke together. And I don't know for Blueface, I don't know if he was into the same kind of drugs Chrisean was, because I know Chrisean is into all different kinds of opiates and stuff like that. I don't know if Blue completely got down like that. He probably did X or something. But besides that, I just know the cocaine, and then when he went to jail, the spice. But I don't know if he might, but I don't think he was going as hard as Chrisean. Do y'all remember back when Blueface was in jail? And this was before Chrisean had went to jail. There was like leaked text messages that came out from Chrisean's drug dealer, and he was talking about how she was walking around and she would be stinking and she would have dirty clothes on, and Junior would be stinking and have dirty clothes on, but she would pull up and come cop from him or whatever. And it was like she was doing ecstasy, something else. And then at one point, I don't know if this is true or not, but some meth got mentioned or something like that. And then of course some coke, and then we all know she smokes weed, but there was a little list of stuff that got mentioned that she was buying. And I think it's because nobody could ever verify like if it was actually from her drug dealer or not, that nobody really did anything with it, or it's because we already know that it's all true. Like Chrisean be running around the way she's always tweaking her nose, and then clearly she's high most of the time. Nothing in the text thread was hard to believe at all. Blue is dark looking, his skin looks dirty, his eyes are dark and evil. That's true. Let me fast forward to, hold on, let me pull it back up. Don't he look like Junior right here? Don't he kind of look like Junior right here? In certain pictures? I know somebody see what I'm talking about. He do? He does look like Junior a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can find the exact picture that I'm thinking about when I say he looks like Junior. Because I'm not saying that he looks like him all the time, but there's a certain picture of Junior that's in my mind where Blue looks like him in this picture. Not the whole face, but mainly like up in the eye/forehead area, basically. Um You said you see it. I'm gonna try to see if I can find the picture, and we'll talk about it on the next live. But yeah, right here, his eyes do look dark. His skin, and the tattoos, they just make his skin look dirty. They do. This is what they be fighting over. That's what they be fighting over, though, especially Jaidyn, for whatever reason. Uh, I couldn't do it. At all. At first I thought she was covering herpes on her lips. Oh, with the lipstick in the the lipstick in the lip liner. That's what I thought at first too. And then somebody on Twitter pointed out that she had got lip fillers. And then I guess she decided to keep going with it, cuz I think the first time she got lip fillers, they weren't like extremely prominent, not like they are now. But yeah, that's why because she got the lip fillers done. Mm. He's not even paying attention to old girl that's trying to get a clip. Exactly. That's all he's trying to do is basically bother Bino. He don't care nothing about hanging out with this girl. That's what I'm saying. Is he tender for Chrisean too? Because I don't understand. I don't understand what the point of this link up was. Like, hey, I can link up with your baby mama. You linked up with mine. I don't understand it. And it was so long ago too. Like, I don't understand why he thinks this is a flex or why he's just now. Because I think even the first time, where is it at? Hold on. So, like in this clip, the first time they hung out, this wasn't that long ago. This was like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago or so. So I don't know why he's committed to just hanging out with Bino's baby mama. I don't understand that. And then like Bino said, he's not worried about it. Like it don't bother him. So I don't like what's the issue? You know what I mean? Y'all, nobody was asking who Junior looks like in the chat for everybody that's talking about he looks like Ronnie. I just said Blue looked like in that certain picture or stance, screenshot, whatever, that I could see Junior favoring Blueface from a certain picture of Junior. But nobody's asking about Ronnie or anything. It looks to me a love potion is what Blue gives to these women. I don't even think it's a love potion. I think it seems like to me um the common fit for Blueface's women are they have to have some type of flawed relationship with their parents. So either mommy issues or daddy issues or a mix of both. They don't have any type of self-esteem or self-love, anything like that. They're desperate to cling on to him basically. It seems like Blue likes to keep women around that he feels like needs him. Cuz even, I think he's talked one time before about how he knows women use him or whatever, but I think the ones that Blueface keeps the closest are the ones that act like they need him to survive. Cause if y'all remember back when Chrisean and him were still in a relationship, she was always running around calling him daddy. She acted like she needed him to do everything for her, like she couldn't do anything for herself or by herself. Low key, Jaidyn acts the same way sometimes. Like I said, she's revolved her whole life around Blueface. Basically, she act like she can't move unless he say so. Like even when he was in prison and people were asking her about new music and she's like, "Oh, I have to wait for Blue and I have to make sure he says it's okay and blah blah blah." But then 2 weeks ago, she's on back on Fig and she's telling people that MILF music is all hers. Okay, so what did you have to wait for Blueface for to do anything with it? You see what I'm saying? It seems like he likes women that he can almost play like a father role to and that he can control. I feel like it's not a love spell. I feel like he just chooses the most broken women possible to get into relationships with. Um Chrisean gets fillers too in that top lip and cheeks when she got money. Yeah, it's definitely only when she gets money. She The lip fillers are only going in when she has a little change in her pocket. Um, yes, to cover up or the light from cam deflect or refract. See, but that's what I'm saying though when I say she don't really like care about nothing. Cause she definitely does. She mixes her psych meds with the street drugs and just be on a rampage. And don't nobody try to stop her or nothing. They just go with it. Um Grasping for views is what it looks like to me with him. Yeah, views, and I feel like that's usually what the sole basis of it is, right? Grasping for views, and then whoever he's beefing with at the moment, basically just picking with them. Like there was another part in the stream last night, before he dropped Nevaeh off and went and picked up Bino's baby mama. Um, Him and Nevaeh were in the car singing an NBA YoungBoy song. And the only reason why they were singing it was because they had got into drama with NBA YoungBoy earlier this week. So then now they're in the car singing his song. Blueface does a lot of that. I think he likes to see how much of a rise he can get out of people. That's another thing for him too. I've seen too much. I've seen Blue take craps and smoke weed. I've seen women wipe his booty. He's a freak. Blueface is disgusting. And unfortunately, some of these women play into it with him. She has no top lip on the real, none whatsoever. Just a little piece of a lip. He actually said that before. He don't like women who have their own. He's always talking about he adopting grown ass women. Creep. Yeah, that I forgot about that. How he likes to say that he's adopting grown women. Or when he gets mad at him, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna put you up for adoption." I think that these women, and then remember we talked about the other day about how he was talking about how when Chrisean didn't have the tooth in, he looked at her like she was his daughter or whatever. I feel like with all these women, he low key looks at them like they're supposed to be his daughter, something along those lines, and it's weird. It's like he needs to feel like these women depend on him for something, or like he's in control of their life, their decisions, everything that they do has to be ran past him. It's a very weird dynamic with all of them. Those fillers move. I don't think anyone should get them. Absolutely not. Because you see a lot of people that have had fillers for years, like within the past like 2 years or so, they've started getting them removed because they move, they're not good. Um, they're really not that good to be inside of you. They're not. And then you got to think too, when you get way older, unless you consistently keep on getting them, they're not just gonna completely dissolve on their own. They're still gonna be in there unless you go get them physically removed. I don't I don't think it's something that anybody should invest in. I don't, unless you've had like some type of like catastrophic disfigurement to your face or something like that, or you're in a situation where um you've had to have reconstructive surgery and that's a part of the reconstructive surgery. I don't think anybody should be getting fillers and stuff like that in their face at all. He's a strange. Yeah, Chrisean did play into that. Um, I don't think I don't think Jaidyn knows about um his preference, but part of me feels like even if she did know, I feel like if it was put on the table that Chrisean knew about it and she played into it, I feel like Jaidyn wouldn't be completely against it to play into it too, honestly. Because Jaidyn, it seems like she likes to, like she has no limits on what she'll do to compete with other women in Blue's life, if that makes sense. And I want to believe better than that of Jaidyn, but it just I don't know. It's like I can't put it past her either. Um, I think skinny is coming back into fashion too, to be honest. So you see, yeah, I've heard that too. That a lot that not as many people are getting BBLs anymore, and people are having things corrected and stuff like that. I don't think like within the coming years, I don't think plastic surgery is going to be as big as it has been for like the past, I would say like 5, 6, 7 years or so. Um she told everyone on that podcast she used to sell rugs. They went back in, the girl that interviewed her, went back in, oh, you're talking about Nevaeh. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Mama Cass, that was so cringe. How was Blueface getting a house with a foreclosure? I haven't fully investigated that yet. If I go live tomorrow, we might talk about Blueface's house situation because I'm sure Blueface has a different account where he's hiding money at, but at the same time, I don't know how he's buying another house with a foreclosure too. I'm not understanding that. Cuz it's not like any resolution has been reached in the case or anything like that. I think they actually just filed that foreclosure what like a month ago, a little over a month ago, something like that. So I don't know, but we're gonna figure it out together, I guess. Cause I want to know too. Unless, right, the house that he says that he's buying, I think they said he put like a $67,000 down payment or something on it too. Unless that was all just like a scripted scene for the internet too. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. I was thinking that too, maybe it's someone else's name, but my only thing with that is whose? Because it couldn't be Carlissa. Jaidyn couldn't do nothing like that. I don't think he would. And then whether she could or not, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't use her to do it. I'm pretty sure it's not under Chrisean's name. So, and then Blueface doesn't have like any friends that really go that hard for him in the industry. So I don't know who else's name it would be under. Unless there's somebody behind the scenes that's maybe it's Angela. Because Angela, I don't know if a lot of people realized it, but like Angela was doing a lot for him financially while he was locked up, like tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. I maybe it's in Angela's name. Even though there's this whole thing talking about how she's moved on or whatever. Maybe it's in her. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Um. Oh yeah, Whack 2. That is true. I forgot about Whack 100. Completely forgot about that man. I don't know how. So that's we'll leave. I think it has to be either Whack or maybe Angela because I can't think of anybody else that would be able to like make moves like that for him. Not within like his close circle or anything. I suspect Blueface may pull a fast one and buy back his own foreclosed house under a different name. I wouldn't be surprised. It's like you never really know with these people for real anymore. Nothing it's been a while since I've been surprised by anything that goes on in the circus, honestly. I think he just he just has someone in the background too. Yeah, either it's somebody else or some a different account or another account or something. I don't know. Cause I at first I used to think, or it was said at one time, I think that Blue's house was in Wax name. I know that that other mansion that he had, the one that he used to shoot Blue Girls Club in, that was in Wax name at one point, but I thought this house was the one that's foreclosed on. I thought that one was in Wax name at one point too, but I guess not. Because the paperwork definitely has Blueface's name on it, so I don't know. If you can afford to buy a house, you'd pay off your bills and stay in your home. That's true. But then maybe Blueface doesn't want to stay there because that house has so many like his address is on the internet, it's been on the internet for years. Pretty much anybody can pull up whenever. Maybe that's a thing for him too. I don't know. But I agree with that. Like if you have the money, you would just go ahead and pay it off and stay in your house. Cause isn't it only like 90 something thousand? Well, I guess I shouldn't say only because it's still a lot of money. But if you're putting a $67,000 down payment down on a new home, why couldn't you put 67,000 down towards what you own on the home that you already have and then come up with the other 30,000 and just go ahead and clear it out? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what his thinking is. Maybe one day he'll come out and share it. Um no, whack all done with financial obligations on Blue and loses money, no way. That makes sense too. Sean Rock is retarded and Stewie is slow. Yeah, Blueface don't have any smart women around him. I think Ashley is the only one for real. And I don't know what Ashley's game is either, but it doesn't seem like that's like a real situation either. Like it seems like Ashley also has a reason why she's hanging out with Blueface. Um, see tarnish the presentation so no one wants to buy it. Yeah, I like I said, I wouldn't want to buy that house either. I wouldn't even want to stay in there. How Nevaeh is up in there all the time, especially uh with Superior. I don't know how, but I would not want any parts of that house. Um Wack probably bought the house to save it, but it's out of Blue's name. That's another 67,000 K is payment up front for a year because his credit is bad. I know you don't believe he put 67,000 down. I probably bought the house to save it. Oh, I didn't get too deep into the whole new house thing. Like I said, I have to go back and see what's going on with it. I just seen like a clip of them saying that he put 67,000 down on it, but I didn't watch it or anything yet. It'll probably be a separate video that I'll do tomorrow once I actually go do my little investigation or whatever. Jaidyn has free will. She chooses this insanity. Yeah, that's true. I don't that's why I said I don't really look at Jaidyn like a victim in any of this because she chooses to stick around for it. So y'all remember when Soldier Boy clown Blue for not for not having a swimming pool? I do. And you know what? I remember when Blueface first moved into that house or when he was about to buy it or something like that. Um it used to have a swimming pool. And then he filled like he did the construction on it or whatever to put a little makeshift football field out there, but it did used to have a pool. I don't know why I guess because he was a football player, but I would have rather had the pool there. But I do remember I remember Soldier Boy making fun of him about not having a pool. I think like I said, Jaidyn to me, like as more comes out from behind the scenes, I feel like Jaidyn is just as toxic as Blueface is, and she's on the exact same type of time he is. I definitely think she likes it too. I don't think she's a victim of anything. Um, at first I did. At first, I think when I first came over to YouTube, we talked about it, how I thought that she was more so of a victim than anything, but as time goes on and I start to learn more about what it is that Jaidyn be doing behind the scenes too, I think that I don't think she's a victim of anything. I just think she likes being a part of it, and she is the exact same way Blueface is, and I think they feed off of each other, honestly. And that's why she's been able to stay around for so long is because they feed off of each other. It's not because the kids Blueface has with her, his favorite kids or anything like that, because clearly they aren't. Clearly Blue don't I feel like out of all the kids in the circus, Superior is his favorite child, and that's not his child. Like out of every single child in the circus, Blueface takes the most of a liking to Superior, and I don't think it's pure and innocent either. Um, but we've talked about that a little bit before already. Everyone knows where he lives, and it's been so many turnovers and bad juju in that home. Yeah, I wouldn't wanna stay in that house either. Even if I just had to go to, like, an apartment or something like that, I would do that before I stayed in that house, honestly. So, maybe it is just that he just doesn't wanna be in there anymore. Jaden fumbled really hard because with all the attention and recognition she was getting, she should have bossed up and left Blue and the whole circus alone, but she didn't do that. That's true. That's very true. I think Jaden completely wasted her opportunity the same way Blueface wasted his opportunity, the same way Chrisean wasted her opportunity. All of them, whenever they get an opportunity, it seems like they've just completely wasted it to keep being involved in like toxic bullshit, basically. And it's pathetic because there's other people out here that have, you know, even if it's just like it doesn't matter if it's music or maybe like they're wanting to be a social media influencer or something like that, but they've been putting in work to their craft and everything else, and they're fighting for an opportunity, but people like Blueface and Jaden and Chrisean are being given opportunities and they're just squandering them away, you know? Um, I'm sorry, you can do reinstatement too, but you have to come up with the back payments. Hmm. Yeah, we're gonna maybe that'll be tomorrow's live. We'll do a deep dive into Blueface's house situation. Um, you felt so alone about how you there's not very many of us at all. I'm coming to see that there's not very many of us. So the people in this chat basically, and then I feel like that's almost about it really. Because any other post I go to or like page I go to, it's always people that are either Chrisean Rock fans that aren't supporting Jaden, and that's the only reason why they quote don't like her is because they're a fan of Chrisean, or they're just Jaden fans and they're making all kinds of excuses for her and stuff like that. There's not very many of us that are able to just look at Jaden and be like, okay, she ain't shit either. Basically, there's very few of us that can do that or that are willing to do that. Um, Whack looks like oh, that's sad, not worth all that fighting about opinions. Yeah, it's not. And that's what I always say is it's just opinions. Most of this stuff is not fact or anything like that. Most of it really is just opinions. But people treat opinions like facts these days, you know? And it's it's sad, it honestly is that people can't just be honest and speak how they truly feel about things. Because there's some people too that I've seen them say like, "I was afraid to speak up on this because I felt like so and so's fan group might attack me." Like one time, I don't know if I've told this story up here before, but there was one girl, she was a Chrisean Rock fan, and I guess she really didn't like Chrisean's music, so she would just listen to it on a loop, but she would listen to it with the volume turned down. And she did that because she still wanted Chrisean to get the streams, but she didn't want to be honest about the fact that she didn't like Chrisean's music. And so she never admitted it until like after she had already seen the light and decided she wasn't a Chrisean fan anymore. But stuff like that is ridiculous. Like you have to fake liking something just because you want your fave to get the streams and because you don't want the rest of the fan base to turn against you. But that's what they do in these fan bases. Um it's crazy to see Jaden's fans start acting like Rock fans willing to lie and defend the flag no matter what. Yeah, it is sad because all this time, all these people that have been calling themselves Jaden's fans, right? They've been looking at Chrisean's fan base and they've been calling all this stuff out. Like they're always lying for her and stuff like that. But then they turn into the exact same thing. Just whatever Jaden says is golden, even though Jaden lies too. Just like some people say Blueface doesn't lie, and Blueface be lying too. All of them lie, including Jaden. I like I said, how anybody believes that there's any good person in the circus is beyond me. Whether dead or alive, all these people are on the exact same type of timing. In order for you to survive in the circus, you have to be on the same type timing Blueface is, Chrisean is, all that. And when I say on the same type of timing Chrisean is, I guess I'll say this. The only thing that they're not all doing is abusing children and neglecting them. Well, Jaidyn still has her own parenting issues too, but she's definitely nowhere near as bad as Chrisean. But y'all get what I'm saying. Sorry that one never seen the light. Get fanned out and get delusional is very strange. Yeah, for me, I just don't see, like, I don't see how people get on the internet and they look at complete strangers, but because they're popular strangers, right? They feel like they need to defend them. They feel like they know them better than their own family and people that are actually around them know them. They feel like they get to speak for these people, say what they did do and what they didn't do. All of that is very strange to me. Because if I don't know you in real life, there's no way that I could ever tell anybody or try to fix my mouth to say what you did or didn't do because I don't know you like that. But these people, they become fans of these people in the circus, and like all common sense just goes completely out the window. Like the amount of times I see people trying to speak for Jaidyn, even with that whole exposure situation, you had some of her fans that were really worried about her and they were just asking the question how Blueface got into her house. And then you had some of her fans that just decided for her that Blueface broke into her house, and that's the narrative that they went with. And then you had some fans that were saying, "Oh, she let him in there," which I was saying that too. Even though I'm not a fan, I was saying that too. She let him in the house. But when you decide to like just make her a victim, when she has a extremely long track record of not being a victim and being completely down with whatever Blueface does to her. But because you want to continue the train of talking about what a terrible person he is so bad, you take it completely off the table that, hey, maybe she let him in the house and just jump straight to, oh, he broke into her house. Because like even the video we were talking about earlier, how Sam made a joke out of it. Clearly, it's not that serious. If he had a broke into her house for real, clearly it wouldn't be that serious because they're joking about it on stream. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I get angry or sickened by is I don't like seeing everyone attacking and going after one person so hardcore. It seems a lot to me, and I'm disgusted by Rock and how she never puts Junior first. Yeah, people I don't like how people go after one person either. Even if it's just like somebody like a fan or something like that. Cause even like I see Jaidyn's fans doing this the same way Chrisean's fans do it. I don't like how people do that. And then of course the neglect of Junior. And where is Junior? He's not in Miami, is he? I would assume Tessa probably has him, I guess. Maybe if they're still cool. I don't know. Chrisean falls out with her sister so often. We never know who she's cool with and who she's not until they pop out together. Yeah, I think most people in the world they kind of thrive off of drama. I've learned one thing about a lot of people is that they live miserable lives themselves. And so when they run into people that they feel like have a worse life or they're a worse person or something like that, they kind of thrive off of that because it takes the attention off of their life pretty much. And even within the circus, they do that because the way Jaidyn and Sam they go live and they talk about Nevaeh and Chrisean and Blueface and stuff like that, right? A lot of times, like, a lot of the stuff that Jaidyn especially says about other people, it's like the same shit applies to her, you know? Like, there's been a few things that she said about Nevaeh, and now it's like we can look at her and be like, "Okay, but that applies to you too." Even when Jaidyn talks about, like, when she calls Nevaeh homeless, like, if it wasn't for Blueface, Jaidyn would have probably been homeless before too. Honestly, because what else does she really do? The only thing that she has going on is TikTok and Twitch, and that's it. And Twitch is still kind of new to her. But at one point, all she had was a TikTok bag, and that's it. And TikTok couldn't possibly be paying her that much. So it was up to Blueface to take care of her and put a roof over her head. But when Nevaeh does it, it's a problem. And people are calling Nevaeh homeless and all this other shit. But Jaidyn was depending on him at one point too. And nobody was calling her homeless. Because for the longest time, Jaidyn was not putting a roof over her own head. It was Blueface. And a lot of people like to pick and choose, right? So with Nevaeh, they don't think it's acceptable because it hasn't been proven through DNA that Solar Jr., whatever the baby's name is now, that he's actually Blueface's child. So people look at Nevaeh like she's just like some homeless woman that's living in his house and he's just paying her way for no reason. If he's letting her live in his house and he's giving her an allowance, whatever the case may be, it's probably because he himself thinks that there's a huge chance that that's his child too. Just like with Jaidyn, even though he already knew those were his kids or whatever, he was still making sure that she was okay, that she was living okay. There's no difference. But people like to do that. They like to pick and choose, and they like to project onto other people and things like that. I don't understand it. Blessings to you too, Nikki. Thank you. Yeah, I want to say that too, Black Orchid. Don't give up on your art or anything because you never know. You might just be in a season right now where most people aren't interested in it, maybe. And that's not like, of course, I feel like you know that though, that that's not anything to do with you personally. But you never know where there might just be a moment where you'll really go places with it. So don't give up on it or anything. That was one of the most greatest performances of all times. The perp on the motorcycle is so perfect, filmed on Kick as a tragic accident. That perp's closure to Calvin. I'm going to be sending myself to Whoopty soon because I just got out of the hospital, but you could follow my IG. Make sure y'all go follow Black Orchid. I'm gonna leave this up for a minute and I'll just read through the comments. Oh shit, hold on. I believe it's Blue's child, but I've also seen her in her own apartment. Why would she not stay in that big house though? Anyone would. And that's my thing too, is because like I told y'all before, it's already been confirmed behind the scenes that she still has that apartment. So Nevaeh is not homeless at all. Like, she's not. I know a lot of people want to believe that she is for whatever reason. And that's the other thing too. I don't know what this obsession is with like just wanting someone to be homeless so bad. If they were actually homeless, whatever, right? But especially a woman that's pregnant and already has a child, why do y'all want her to be homeless so bad? And mind you, they don't know anything about Nevaeh. And that's the thing too, where we get back into the conversation of being parasocial and strangers on the internet, right? Nevaeh has not done all these people on the internet that are talking about Nevaeh, right? And they're calling her homeless and all this other shit. She hasn't done anything to any of these people. She doesn't know any of these people. None of these people know her in real life. All they know is what gets posted on the internet. So because Nevaeh was single and out living her life, having sex with multiple men, and once again, what you do with your cooch is what you do with your cooch, you know? Because she was out doing that, and Blueface was also a part of that equation, that means that it's okay for all these other women that are also in the comments to just gang up on this girl and start calling her homeless and things like that when she's never really done anything to anybody. She really hasn't. When it comes to Chrisean, I really don't care because look what Chrisean did to her kid. Look what she's done to multiple people. You know, I don't care what people do with Chrisean, but when it comes to Nevaeh, it's like, what has she done to anybody to get like that treatment? You know what I'm saying? And we know, like I said before, I'm not a fan of anybody. So I'm not a fan of Nevaeh either, but I don't understand the Nevaeh hate train. I really don't. Chrisean, I fully understand it, but Nevaeh hasn't tried to set anybody up to go to jail. She hasn't tried to harm anyone, anything like that. She really hasn't done anything to anybody. So I don't get when there's thousands of women sitting in the comments calling her trash, calling her trailer trash, constantly making fun of her child, calling her homeless, all this other shit, applauding the way Blueface talks to her. Just and like I said before, yes, Nevaeh is dumb. She signed up for all this, right? But I can never sit in the comments and like applaud the way Blue talks to her because that's what a lot of Jaidyn's fans do. And I find it to be disgusting. I do. Because when he's doing it to Jaidyn, it's not funny to y'all. When he's doing it to Jaidyn, it's, oh my God, Blue needs to go back to jail. This needs to happen to Blue. That needs to happen to Blue. All that bullshit, right? But when it's Nevaeh, y'all think it's funny. And then on top of that, Nevaeh is pregnant too, and y'all still think it's funny. I don't get down with that. I don't understand why people think that's okay. And then once again, these are strangers to y'all. These people, like Nevaeh, once again, she's never done anything to none of y'all. She really ain't done nothing to Jaidyn either, if we really want to talk about it. Jaidyn just y'all do exactly what Jaidyn does, and that's hold the wrong people accountable. Because if anything got posted to OnlyFans while Jaidyn was pregnant, that's on Blue. That's not on Nevaeh. Nevaeh, she don't have no loyalty to Jaidyn whatsoever. That's supposed to be Blueface. And if he didn't care more than that, then why are we holding Nevaeh responsible for it? Like, I don't understand that. It's most likely Jaidyn Rock fans that go that hard. She spoke about Rock before, and then the whole posting Blue going down on her, they're defending their faves. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it's just too much for me. Like the people's logic and how they choose to defend their faves and stuff like that. I can't get with it at all. I think a lot of people look down on any woman who wants to be around Blueface. And that's true too, because honestly, I've said it before. Like I think I was talking about Jaidyn when I said it, but like the women I know in real life, they look down on people like Jaidyn that just stay in relationships for all these time, battling every woman that comes across their man, and it's their man that's just out dog walking them, basically, right? So I can see that too. Um, at least my dislike is all across the board. Uh, but Rock is the worst for me. Jaidyn just corny as fuck. Nevaeh's voice just irritates me, but she's probably the better out of the three. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty much the same for me. Chrisean is most definitely the worst one. I don't have any type of respect or hope anything for Chrisean. Jaidyn definitely just corny as hell. That more than anything for Jaidyn, I just want Jaidyn to grow up. Just boss up and start acting like a grown woman. Because for all this time, people have been acting like she's the best one, but she's just as bad. And like you said, just corny, childish, all that. I don't like that. And then Nevaeh, I don't have no issues with Nevaeh, honestly. Like I don't like her or anything like that, but at the same time, I just don't to me, there's nothing about her that just irritates me besides the fact that I don't think that she should have superior around Blueface, but that's her child. Um, so she has more insight to into what's going on between them than I do. So I try not to. I'm not even gonna say too much about it. As I see it, I say something about it, but that's her child. So um, not funny. When he does it to any of them, I do feel bad for her, especially pregnant. Hard to see what's really going on when you're in it. That's why I hope she. Yeah, that I don't. That's the whole thing for me. I feel like if she wasn't pregnant, I probably wouldn't be as concerned with it or anything. But I don't like even if um like back when Jaidyn was pregnant, right? I wasn't like hyping up how anybody was treating her back when she was pregnant too. Cause when Jaidyn was pregnant, Chrisean's fans gave her hell. They did. And there was never a point where I thought any of it was funny. And I used to say the same things about Jaidyn. Like, I don't think it's funny when people are bothering her for no reason and she hasn't done anything to anybody. So I'm saying the same thing about Nevaeh now, and there's probably people sitting in the back like, "Oh, well, Nevaeh deserves it." Like I said, she chose the lifestyle. She did. She agreed to it, all that, right? But that doesn't make it more okay for her to get that treatment, you know? I get tired of Jaden clocking T. She overdoes everything. Yeah, that's Jaden. It seems like she tries too hard, but that's what I mean too when I talk about how it's like she's stuck in like a 14, 15-year-old mindset. Cause she does even that the little hand gesture she does for clocking tea or whatever. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the soundboard. I'm tired of the like every time like she calls something out, she has to do the most with it. I really want Jaden. Here's what I truly want from Jaden. I want Jaden to find herself another stream of income that's not on the internet so she can swap it out with streaming. And I think that she should stop streaming and just focus on her and her kids, honestly. Cuz this whole Jaden's whole internet presence, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not. I think the biggest moment Jaden had on the internet was when Barbie happened, and I think that that's all it's gonna be for her, and I think at this point, she's kind of forcing it, like, even with the whole song thing, nobody wants to hear Jaden once again, she's pushing 30, nobody wants to hear all that from her. Why aren't you rapping about being a boss for real and like actually having money, doing productive things with your kids, things like that? Things that are going to help your kids in the future. Why don't you talk about that? Instead, it's all about sex and uh material this and material that and this man and that woman and sex this and sex that. I don't I'm just tired of Jaden. I do. I just want her to get off the internet and focus on her kids. If she wants to look like the best one out of the circus, that's what she would do is stop being on the internet as much and just focus on her kids. Because there is life outside the internet, but she's in that frame of mind. I think all of them are in that frame of mind where they think it's like the internet over everything. Jaden is a mean girl and stop listening to Blue and his mama. I want the best for all the women, but they need to win it for themselves. That's true. And Jaden is a mean girl. She does. She is. That's what I mean when I say it gives high school because I think she likes being a mean girl too. But I agree. I think all of them. Well, not for Chrisean. I don't think Chrisean is gonna. I don't think Chrisean is gonna come out of this at all. But like for Nevaeh and Jaden, if they just both start focusing on themselves and stop focusing on Blueface and how to make him happy and stuff like that, both of them would go far. Because Nevaeh, before she actually got in a relationship with Blueface, even though Nevaeh was a hoe, she was still making her way around, working, making money, networking with people, stuff like that. Nevaeh really did not need Blueface for anything. And I think a lot of people that don't know Nevaeh and don't know like her background and stuff, I think a lot of people see Nevaeh with Blueface and they think that that's how she's like trying to get her singing career started or whatever the case may be, right? But Nevaeh has been around way bigger rappers than Blueface for years. Like if it was that serious to her, it would have happened already. With somebody that's way more connected than Blueface, has more money than Blueface, everything like that. I don't when it comes to like her goals or anything like that, I don't think that that has anything to do with Blueface. Um I don't think she's just there because she loves him because you can tell she's tired. But yeah, I hope she does even if she doesn't want to go back to the last path that she was on, I hope she finds a way to level up. And Jaidyn too, honestly, and they make it out of the circus as clean as possible, I guess. I know they both still are gonna have Blueface's children, but they really don't have to depend on Blueface if they don't want to. Rock is a demon. I will never have anything nice to say about her. She's horrible. Yeah, I don't have anything nice to say about Chrisean either. Um, at all. Not at all. Um, hello, whoop you in chat. I'm a little behind, but I believe Blueface is buying the new place under his business. Oh, I forgot about his business. He does have one of those. That's true too. I didn't think about that. Why do you have a theory that Nevaeh is just saving up money and dealing with this so she can just sustain herself when things are said and done? That's my theory, but I could be wrong. I've thought about that before, but I feel like it's something different. And the only reason why I say I feel like it's something different is because of Nevaeh's history and how much she's been around she's been around rappers that are actually relevant right now, have more money than Blueface and everything else, right? She has a long history with that. So I feel like if it was just about money, right? It's that money is very easy for her to get in that regard. So I feel like if it was just about money, I don't think that she would pick like the brokest rapper in LA to do it with. I feel like there's something else going on. I could be wrong, but I don't like I said, it's just for that reason. Like there's other ways for her to make money. So I don't see why she would feel the need to get pregnant by Blueface and um like stay with him, you know? And then too, I'll say this. It seemed like back while Blueface was in jail and we started to get to know more about Nevaeh, it seemed like she actually was like in love with him for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it seemed like she was in a fairy tale kind of. Like she thought he was, and of course he was prison talking her just like he was Jaidyn, uh possibly Chrisean. I don't know what him and Chrisean had going on anymore. But it seemed like he was probably prison talking her too. And she got into that space like they were gonna be so in love happily ever after or whatever. And it seemed like she held on to that for a really long time. But now, if you really like pay attention to Nevaeh in the streams now, it seems like you can tell that she's kind of like mentally started to check out. Um, so I don't want to completely say that it's about money because I feel like at one point like she did actually think that they were going to be like a thing for real because Nevaeh has been around for a long time. And like I said, she was dumb for thinking that because she's seen what was going on with Blueface and Jaidyn and Chrisean and whoever else. But she probably did just think she was different, and now she sees differently. But I think she is starting to check out now. I could be wrong, but a lot of times the look on her face, it seems like she's about to be done now. Oh yeah, she's tired. Yeah, she's definitely tired and annoyed. She definitely is. It's not even just in the stuff she says anymore. You can see it all in her face that she's over it. That disappoints me, like, that some seem to have anti-Rock and Save Junior because they were Jaidyn fans. not because it was genuine. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of fan pages, especially Jaden's fans, like when it really started to get, more talked about, like how Journey was acting especially. A lot of Jaden's fan pages, they would start talking about Junior and saying crazy stuff about him and stuff like that, and not in like a from a caring standpoint, but like they would be, um, like talking crazy about Junior. Like they would be talking about his looks and calling him ugly and stuff like that, but then it's like 2 weeks ago, I just seen you talking about Save Junior. So a lot of it is a lot of people, they only act like they care about Junior because they're not fans of Chrisean and they're fans of Jaden. But then when people started bringing up Journey's behavior, it was, "Oh, no, nothing's wrong with Journey, just focus on Junior," and then they start attacking Junior, you know? So I seen that too, and it's sad that people do that. That people pick sides, that it's not about the kids, but they just literally pick sides based off of whoever their favorite adult is. That's sad. Um, when you have low self-esteem, you'll go along with anything. That's true. I don't know why people give Jaden a pass for saying the N-word all the time. She's not black. Why nobody's saying anything? She's too comfortable with it. I think everybody else around her has just got comfortable with her saying it too. Because I would have been said something to her a long time ago. I don't know why it's so accepted for her to say it. I really don't. What I've seen in Nevaeh, she really is chill as a mother and woman. And he's really pushed her buttons and she's tired of feeling betrayed. Yeah, I agree with that. For me, like I said, I'm originally from the Midwest too, just like Nevaeh is. And maybe that's why it's kind of more like it's easier for me to read Nevaeh, I guess. But to me, she seems like a chill person. She just and I'm not a person that usually like condemns other women for what they do like behind closed doors sexually. You know what I'm saying? So even Jaden, like Jaden going and having sex with Bravo or whatever, I don't care anything about that. It was just the way in which she did it that I didn't agree with, and it was just simply because she has children in this world. But besides that, Jaden can do whatever she wants to do with whoever she wants to do it with, and I think that that's the same thing for Nevaeh. So when people are sitting up and they're condemning Nevaeh for having sex with all these men, but then they don't want to talk about how Jaden is also, on the same page. I don't understand that. It's always okay for one person to do it and it's not okay for another person to do it, you know? Um, because even if it got exposed right now about how Chrisean has slept with Bravo and Bodine and all of them before too, because she absolutely has, right? If that were to get exposed right now, all of Jaden's fans would be in those comments talking about how Chrisean is a hoe, Chrisean is dirty, she's nasty, she's this, she's that. But when it was Jaden that got exposed, it was, "Oh, Jaden, there's nothing wrong with it. Are you okay? Blah blah blah." It was okay when Jaden did it, but if Chrisean were to get exposed for it, it would be a whole different story. Or if Nevaeh were to get exposed for it, it would be a whole different story, you know? I'll leave it up here on the screen for a second. Um, well, Blue and his family is ignorant, so they allow passes. If it was me, she would have got slapped along. That's what I'm saying. It would have never been cool for her, ever. And I've heard some people talk about how, like, if you're Mexican in the LA area, you get a little bit more of a pass for it. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's not no. It would never slide for real. It wouldn't. I don't give passes. I take my blackness very seriously. That's true. You really can't do too much around some of us. But Jaden, it we talked about before too how it seems like Jaden doesn't even like black girls or anything. But she tries hard to try to have like that black girl aesthetic at the same time, and then she's always saying the N-word, and it's just I don't know. It's a lot that I'm not really interested in dealing with. Um no, she's so her dad is Mexican, and then did somebody say in the chat if it was her grandma or her great grandma that's she's like half either Thai or Japanese or something like that, and then half black. So nobody in recent generations, like the past 2 generations of her family is actually full black or anything. It was either her great grandma or her grandma that's part black, and that's it. Yeah, her dad is did she say her dad has been locked up since she was little or something like that? Hold on. Cookie Butter, have you even been in this whole chat or what? Because I've actually said stuff that like uplifted Jaidyn at some point in the chat. So how am I a hater? That's y'all problem, is y'all don't want to just be honest with your faves or anything. But when somebody is honest about them and their behavior, then y'all want to call them a hater. But you the type of bitch, you just sit in her comments and hype her up to keep on doing degenerate shit that's not leading her anywhere. Like, I'm sure when her sex tape dropped, you were one of the ones that were sitting in the comments talking about, oh, it's okay. She got her lick back. That's right. Blah, blah, blah. But when she comes up on the internet and tells you about how Javon is getting bullied at school for, or she probably won't even tell this part, actually. She'll probably never come up here and tell the part about how Javon is getting bullied at school because his mom was celebrating and being a hoe. And how her dumbass fans were celebrating it too. That's the problem. Y'all hype y'all faves up to do dumb shit all the time, and then when somebody speaks against it because they would like to see them do better in life instead of go down in life, then y'all say that they're a hater. I got something for you though. Hold on. Let me get Nino on the screen for you. Get you up out of here.
Nino. Cancel that bitch. I'll buy it now.
I can't stand y'all. I really cannot stand y'all. Mm-mm. Exactly. You try to be positive, you try to say something uplifting, and here come these people talking about you're a hater. Hating on what? Because I think a lot of people don't realize too that hating implies jealousy. It doesn't matter if we're talking about Chrisean, Jaidyn, Nevaeh, Blueface, Carlissa, Callie, somebody from the Malone side of the fan. It doesn't matter who we're talking about. There is not a single person within the circus who I would ever want to have a life anything like. Nothing at all. I would never want to be in Jaidyn's shoes at all. I would never want to have a life like hers. I would never want to have a life like Chrisean's. Anything. Nobody is hating on these people. These people are degenerates, including Jaidyn. Jaidyn is no better than anybody else in the circus. Y'all like to compare her to Chrisean and be like, oh, she's so much better than Chrisean because her kids walk, talk, and eat, blah, blah, blah. Jaidyn is a mess on her own. She has her own shit that she needs to worry about. Just because she didn't drink and drug her children into permanent disability, that doesn't mean that she's Mother Teresa or something. It doesn't. And it doesn't make people haters for speaking on them either. Ugh. I will call Rock's fans roaches rather than tars just because I never liked those words. Oh, okay. That's understandable. Getting her lick back is putting Blueface on child support and co-parenting, leave him alone. But Jaidyn is like a stalker that won't go away. That's true. Like, and I've always said that Jaidyn's the biggest move that Jaidyn could have ever made was just leaving Blueface in the circus alone altogether. putting him on child support, whatever else she needed to do, coming up with a solid schedule so that they could both see the kids and that be it. But she refuses to do that. She absolutely refuses to do that. So you really can't feel sorry for her because clearly she wants to be a part of that world. I do and that's the thing too. Jaidyn getting pregnant for a third time, that was crazy. After screaming can't keep him with a baby, should have asked me for all that time. Why'd you even put yourself in position to get pregnant by him again? I don't like none of them. Me neither. That's true, Shantae. We just call spades spades over here. We just call it what it is. Nobody's hating on anybody. And if you actually listen to things that I'm saying when you come over here and you're a fan of Jaidyn or whoever else, I actually do say things in support of her. When she's right, she's right. If I agree with something she says, then I agree with it. I'm never just sitting up here hating on nobody. But if something needs to be said, then I'm going to say it. Point blank, period. A lot of y'all, for some reason, y'all think y'all are good friends and y'all are terrible friends by the shit that y'all encourage online. I know y'all encourage that shit with your own friends in real life, and that doesn't make you a good friend just because you support all the bullshit your friend does. It really doesn't. That's it though, y'all. We've been up here for almost 3 hours now. I appreciate everybody for coming out. We might do a live tomorrow. I got to look at my schedule and see what all I have going on, but I'll try to let you guys know at least by noon. But thank y'all once again. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.